All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first Assetto Corsa Rally Community Q&A. Thank you all for joining, and thank you all for the questions that you guys have submitted. I have combed through them and selected some of the questions for us to ask Irvin. And actually, let me introduce Irvin. So this is Irvin Zonka, who's the creative and game director at Supernova Games. Welcome, Irvin. Are you well?
Thank you, Ben. I'm good. Yeah, I'm great. Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for being here today and investing your time in being here.
Good. It's been a pretty mental, what is it, like 2 weeks now? Yeah, 2 weeks today, right? In fact, two weeks to the hour. So yes, it's a mental time. The feedback that the community has provided has been unbelievably fantastic. It's been very detailed. It's been very supportive. Very constructive is more the point. And obviously, we're going to get through the questions that we've got submitted. So we're looking around about this being a sort of half an hour, 45 minutes, depending on how the conversation flows. But as I said, thank you so much to everybody who submitted questions into the channel. I have combed through and selected some. So let's get started on the first one. Oh, actually, also a disclaimer. I'm going to firstly apologize because I'm almost certainly going to mess up the pronunciation of some of these names. So forgive me if I do. I'm trying my best, and also some of you have got some very creative names. We'll get through that in a little while. But first off, we have the first question from Messi Corsa. I think that's how we pronounce it. Asking, how frequent can we expect updates? Every 2 months? Question.
Well, I'm happy to say that our current plan is to have monthly updates. So we will start in January, and then again, we will start, in December, and then again in January. And this is the current plan. And with each update, we will introduce a mix of things. So updates may contain new content, new features, improvements, of course, and bug fixes. Yeah, well, depending on development cycles, we may miss a month in the future. We don't know yet, of course, but we may also double up in other months. So our plan, and at the moment we are committing to that, to this plan, and things are going well. It's a monthly update starting December.
Nice. That's always good. I think the community for sure have been obviously curious as to when we're going to get the next steps and stuff. So hopefully that answers your question. Moving on to, oh no, how do I pronounce this? Edijik? I'm not sure. I'm going to assume it's Edijik. And they ask, are there any planned updates to improve controller settings in Assetto Corsa Rally? Currently, the steering is not responsive enough at higher speeds, and we need a proper speed sensitivity settings or a way to turn it off.
Yep, there are plans. So we have it in our plans, and essentially what I can say is that in our mind, there are a couple of ways we can do so. So the first one is, yeah, you were talking about constructive feedback, and I must say that it's been fantastic to have this kind of constructive feedback from the community. In the team, we spend a lot of our evenings reading stuff and watching videos because, first of all, it's nice after so many years of behind-the-scene work to see what players think about the game. And also it's very, very useful and important. Being in an early access phase, it's very useful because we can really understand what the players think about what's positive or less positive about the game. And talking about improvements, as we keep improving the physics, what we want to do is also improve the input filter for the controllers in order to make it even easier for players that would like to enjoy the game that way. And I too sometimes play with a gamepad when I need to do some quicker tasks, or maybe when I'm not on the rig. Sometimes I play with the game controller. And the other option that we are evaluating, and it's not possible right now, so we don't have an ETA for that, but another solution will also be to have an option page or whatever to show some parameters to the players and allow them to fine-tune the parameters as they like. Also because when you speak about game controllers, it's really very difficult to find just one tuning that is the right tuning for thousands of people. So yeah, definitely giving options to the players to customize it will be the right thing to do. Also considering that at a certain point in the future, we will deploy the game also on consoles. And of course, even more on consoles, there will be players playing mainly with the game controller.
Nice. Yeah, it's obviously very. It's a very passionate community, is the console, but also the controller community. So it's great that we're appealing to those guys. Third question is from Ryany, a much easier name to pronounce. When will more fixes for hardware issues, like hardware not being detected, start rolling out?
From December, yeah, this December. So we have already fixed some issues with some peripherals, and we are currently testing the fixes. We're working with hardware manufacturers to improve what's not working properly at the moment. So the idea is that with December we will already release some improvements, and also we will update the recommended default settings for the different manufacturers. Anyways, the idea is that we will continue improving the game and fixing the issues until all the players are happy with the peripherals they are using. So this is one of our top priorities, because of course this is something that is super important. So with December you will get the first update, and also we are getting some very constructive and positive feedback in terms of force feedback. Some players, also creators and other developers, I will say, are analyzing our force feedback and our physics and finding some very interesting feedback that they give us in a very informative way. So also analysis on the force feedback have started with the goal of improving it even further. And again, being in early access is something that really helps us working on multiple layers for the game. The way we're working on updates is to trying to focus first on the most important high priority features, such as physics or hardware, etc., in order to stay very focused on what we're currently doing, and trying to do that really at our best, so that with monthly releases the game will keep growing and growing and growing together with the players, in order also to understand what is working better in this case.
And whilst we're on this sort of topic, I also just want to add a personal thank you to the community. First of all, the bug reports that you guys have been submitting are so crucial to this process. It's really important for us to understand what you guys are experiencing, helping us reproduce these issues, and then feeding that into the developers that way. It makes a massive difference to everybody involved. So thank you so much for that. And also, in the chats, across all of the different chats we've got, it's impossible for me to respond to absolutely all of them. So please bear in mind, I am reading them. I'm going through them and making sure that I'm hearing what you guys are saying, and then I'm using that to then help feed that into, Irvine and the team, so that they know what the community is saying. They can make decisions based on that. So thank you so much for that. Next question.
Yeah, and I will say, Ben, that it's great. All the technology and the way of staying connected to players nowadays is great, because we've got multiple platforms to keep reading feedback and then work on it, and that's really great. As a player, sometime when I was just a player, is now a lot of years ago, actually 20 almost. Sometimes I was posting and always wondering, I don't know if a developer will ever read my comment. Well, we are reading the comments. There are many, but it's also very interesting.
Making it sound like you were really old then when you said back in the day. You're not very old. You're young at heart. It's fine.
I don't know really because I'm 41. I'm probably in the middle, but yeah, I
That's young
started.
now. That's really young. You're
Yeah,
still
yeah,
in your
yeah. But I
prime.
was younger once. I was 21 when I started.
Okay, that's
I
fair.
wish I could go back there.
Next question. I'm going to apologize again because this name is a difficult one for me. Nikos Vounalakis. I've almost certainly said that wrong. Apologies. Very simply put, breaking fixes? Question mark.
Sh- well, short question, but yeah, uh, yeah, of course, I understand the question. So we're watching players playing, and one thing that is very very nice is that just we can also see people playing when they do live streams or upload videos, etc. And we see that some players are struggling with the braking feel from the tires or with braking distances, etc. We agree that is the case of investigating further, and we have already started doing this. We think that we believe that it's really a mix of things here. In some random order, we think that what we are checking right now is brake temperatures at the start. Also because related to temperatures, there is also how effective are the brakes when you get to the first section of the stage. Like in Saverne, the very wide first hairpin left sometimes is a very good area to test what's happening with the car. Also the brake power with the different calipers and rotors and etc. You know that we can mix and match stuff from the car setup, and we are checking again all the different combinations and default setups to see that to check if everything is working properly. And we also think that into the equation, there could be something related also to how the tire works. So the grip from the tires, etc. Because of course, when you're braking, it's not just the brakes; it's the whole car. It's the tires, etc., etc., the whole setup. So this is something that we are currently investigating, and in our monthly updates, we will keep having improvements and improvements as soon as we find solutions to if we confirm the issues are there. Also, it's a nice occasion to say that one of our partners for everything related to tires dynamics are the guys at Megaride, or also called Megaride in Italian. It's a part of the Naples University, and they are focused. Their job is to test tires, and they work with all the brands in the world, with motorsport team, etc. And um, they help a lot us with the data because we've been field testing and field researching, and we've got real data. Of course, it's a huge amount of data, so we are double checking everything again to see how we can improve, and most importantly, how we can have the best feeling possible in that specific phase of the driving dynamics, which is approaching a corner.
I love the fact that we've got so much detail being put into all the areas of the game, and the amount of care and attention that has been given is unbelievable. Thank you so much for that. Next question is from Ladam. Will the game feature WRC cars, especially post 2020 ones, like a whole fleet of a certain year? So every WRC 1 /HY, WRC 2, and WRC 3 cars, for example, from 2023 or 2025.
Oh, I can start from saying that we've already got a couple of cars that have raced in WRC events, such as the Citroën Xara and the i20 Rally 2, and our goal is to have more. Indeed, we are talking with several manufacturers to bring more modern cars into the game. And I'm not sure I'm completely supposed to do so, but since we are all gathered here, I mean, there are so many people connected that are again investing their time in this. And I'd like to give a spoiler. Hopefully, it will be okay. This, but I can already say that in not in December, but very soon we will release the Skoda Fabia Rally 2. So Skoda is one of our partners. We are already working on the car, so this is why I can confirm this. And this is a Rally 2 car. We will got one of the latest model years, so I can confirm that more modern cars that are currently competing higher levels will be in the game. Yep. And you can stay also tuned to socials to know more when it will be due time. But yeah, honestly, as a player slash driver myself, I can't wait. I've got this massive wish list for the cars.
You've been giving us the juicy content. That's what we want to see. Thank you so much. Next one comes from Angry Ant, and no, it's not my boss. Hello, guys. This is a really great game. My only concern comes to the VR implementation. UE obviously supports it, as we are already able to inject it into the game and it works. Not great, but you can play it. Is there an official roadmap for implementing it into the game?
Okay. Well, it is nice because, yeah, the VR community is very, very passionate, and I get why, being a VR player myself, of course. As you can see, with there are unofficial ways to already play the game in VR, and that shows that we are not we are not starting completing from scratch. We are already working on the VR. Unfortunately, I don't have an ETA at the moment to give you, but it's definitely on top of our priority list, together with, among others, of course, the multiplayer, hardware, and physics. So we are working on that. And this is the update that I can give you. We really get the importance of it for immersion, etc. Right now, we are working on several areas of it. It's not just tech, so frame rate and graphics, but also to finding right design solutions for implementing, the user experience, and to make it nice and impactful to try also eventually with several releases through the time to make it really fun, engaging, and immersive as it should.
Thank you. Okay, next one is from Beanpole, who says, "Let me start by saying, wow, you guys have absolutely smashed it out of the park. I'm loving this game. My question is, what's your
Thanks.
plans for career mode? Can we expect a WRC like season, managing staff, etc.?"
Yep, there are plans for a career mode, definitely. Talking about the design of the career mode, and it's more also the creative direction for the game. What we want to do with all the features is to stay mainly focused on driving and the rally driving experience, the pure core and raw experience of driving a rally car and staying with your car. So we will very likely have some macro management inside of the career mode, because of course we all know that the whole idea behind a career mode is to find a place into the game to deep dive a little bit more with the content and do some role playing in terms of pretending to be somebody working on something inside of a proper career. At the same time, we will. Our idea is not to go too much into micromanagement, or we will probably try to be different compared to I don't know, games where they simulate let's say a full season of a sportsman, etc. Because Assetto Corsa Rally is something different. It's more about owning cars, owning rally cars from different eras, and having fun driving them into the stages, etc. So definitely yes, we will have a career mode. We are thinking about this kind of solutions for it. So definitely macro management, probably not micromanagement by design choices.
Good. Thank you. Next one comes from Zaza. Hopefully I pronounced that right. I've watched this guy stream so many times and I've never actually learned how to pronounce the name. So please correct me if I did it wrong. Can we have an idea of what multiplayer will look like? Will you consider daily races / weekly races / special events? And will this be part of the game?
Well, first of all, because I was also talking with people at the Sim Expo after the official reveal of the game, I'd like to start by saying that we definitely understand the importance of having a strong multiplayer experience for the game, because as you can see by how we release the product and how we are working on it, we are here to stay. We want Assetto Corsa Rally to be your platform of choice for rally racing and driving for many, many, many years. And we totally get that a very good multiplayer ecosystem is crucial to make players commit to playing the same game through the years. We will start by degrees, as we are doing with the rest of the game. So in the next months, we will first release an online game mode where it will be possible for players to compete together at the same time in rally stages, of course. And then we have several ideas for adding depth, even like just to mention ideas that we are currently investigating, stuff like ranked modes, special events, etc., etc. So we are working on a game that will be, let's say, there for many, many, many years. So as we finish building core blocks of the game, more multiplayer modes will come. Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant. I'm excited by that because I'm a massive multiplayer person myself. So to have
Yeah,
something like that in Rally,
I
I'm
know.
super excited. I can't wait. Honestly, I can't tell you how competitive I've been getting with this leaderboard. It's becoming an unhealthy addiction for me. I need to do something about it soon.
Yeah, that's true.
Next question. Skywalker22 asks, will there be any mixed surface stages and mixed weather conditions during specific stages? And if there will be winter weather conditions with snow to choose on specific rallies where there is snow IRL?
This is a nice trap, because I said I don't know if I can give too much spoilers, but
I'm
I guess
sorry.
that now I'm in a difficult position here. So how can I formulate this? Let's say that well, yes, yes, there will be, for instance, winter conditions. And what I can say is that also thanks to what is already implemented in the game as design, so dynamic weather conditions and dynamic weather, dynamic time of day, also the surface will be dynamic. So I will try not to say specific names of stages or rallies, but let's say that you will find yourself driving in winter on a mountain road, and it will be possible to start, for instance, with very low temperatures and rain, and the tarmac will be wet, so you will be driving on wet tarmac. The more you go uphill, if the weather changes slightly, the rain can turn into snow, and then the road will become covered on snow and ice until you reach the peak, and then you start descending. And also that will be nice because you will get opportunity to find your hopefully best race strategy, because in the service park, as you know, we already give the opportunity to fit on the car 4 different tires. So you can have like 2 studded tires and two like non-studded tires, as they do in real rally. And yeah, there will be a lot of strategy trying to understand the weather forecast and the best car setup for what's ahead, etc. And yeah, you will be, I think, you will spend a lot of time finding the best way to tackle this challenge.
Well done there, by the way, on not giving that away completely. That was very good. Okay, we have a great name for the next one. Dr. Anus asks, are there plans for driver/co-driver model options / customization? Specifically, will there be an option to have the model be a woman?
Yeah. This is already in development in the background. Honestly, as I was saying before, we are assigning higher priorities to some elements, and we just cannot flag everything as top priority because that would be, of course, impossible. But this is in development, in background, with medium priority, let's say. So yeah, that will be possible to choose specific models, both male and female.
Good to know. Next is from a more normal name, Race Owl. How do you address the concerns of the community with regards to the potential lack of stages / kilometers to be driven? I love the fact that all the stages will be laser scanned, but at the same time, this means they will take extremely long to implement new stages and expand the content in the future. Have you considered a similar approach as Codemasters did with EAWRC, where they added real-life stages based on video footage? This would save a massive amount of time to create new stages and help with variety.
Well, that's interesting because, as I was saying, by reading comments and in this case by being asked questions like this, you get the opportunity probably also to give a better view of what happens in our case in the development of the game. I will say that having a laser scan in our pipeline is not an issue at all, and I mean, it's not making us waste more time than other kind of pipelines. So what I can say is that at Supernova, we take care of the modeling and implementation of all the roads and environments. The whole laser scan surveys are done externally by one of our partners, so it's essentially outsourcing. And laser scan is not impacting our pipeline in any bad way. So we work with this partner. They are called Vigea, and their job is just to get out in the real world and laser scan whatever clients ask. So roads or buildings or whatever. They have their own equipment. They take care of the full logistics, etc. They really take care of all the job. So we decide what's the best location to have into the game next. They go there, they laser scan, they process the point cloud, so we really don't have to do too much work in that area. And then when we receive the data, we have a pipeline in place where we start building the stages, etc. In the past, I've been working on other rally games. In the past, I've also tried and experienced other pipelines, such as creating stages from videos and reference, etc. It's not quicker, it's different. You have to employ different people because you don't have a partner who is scanning real tracks. You get level designers to create the stages. So it's just moving the effort and the task from one part of the team to another. But in our case, we can outsource everything, and this makes things easier in that way. And also, you get realistic environments that feel different compared to doing things the old way by hand. Of course, then it takes a lot of time producing all the asset. The issue still is that Supernova are a team of more or less, but it's less, more than more, sorry, no pun intended. We are quite a small team. We're not even 30 people, more or less, internally. So we are focusing on developing more content in terms of stages, of course, but the fact is that we have our pace also depending on the team size. We are not as big as other teams in the past. At the moment, our goal is to have, for the end of the early access phase, 130 more or less kilometers of stages. That is around, I guess, 80 miles. That will also, and the players will also be able to drive them in two directions. So it's a total of 260. And our plan, hopefully, for the future after early access is to keep building content for the game. Okay, so we will not stop at the end of the early access. Again, we are here to stay. In a way, Assetto Corsa Rally is also a dream and passion project, and the team is fully committed to it. And through the years, we want to keep offering more and more and more for the game to the players.
Amazing. That's all of the questions that I've chosen for today. Thank you so much, Irvine, for taking the time to, well, effectively be grilled by me, and I'm really grateful for it. So thank you so much. I do want to mention to all of you that are watching, if you found this useful and you think that we should do this more often, then it's very, very important that you let us know. Give us feedback. Did you find this good? Did you think this was that needed to be worked on in some areas? Please let us know either in the community Q&A chat or in the Assetto Corsa Rally general chat. Just, feel free to tag me. Let me know what you think so I can then take that feedback and construct it. Providing that this has been useful, looking to do these at some point shortly after every update that comes out of the game. But obviously that's entirely down to availability and logistics. So yeah, don't hold me to that, please. But again, thank you so much, Irvine. I really appreciate you being here.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, everyone, because we are super happy to have this community. Super, super, super happy. And as I told at the Sim Expo, we are developing the game further, and we want really to get as much as feedback as we can, because together we can try and shape a very great rally simulator that I would say that all we rally fans deserve.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, everybody. Take care and have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. Bye.